Y'all want more Tubi mess? After Ella's father dies, she is left in the care of her stepmother, Vivian. Unfortunately, Vivian mistreats Ella. At the photo shoot of Vivian's twin daughters, Megan and Morgan, we can see that they got big personalities. Then Ella asks Vivian if she can also have her own photo shoot. Vivian tells her that she can do so on her own dime. Upset, Ella asks why the twins always get everything, to which Vivian says that the twins have a brand, endorsement deals, sponsorships, and lucrative partnerships, while she doesn't. When Ella questions always being treated like a charity case when her dad left her money, Vivian tells her that he didn't leave her anything. Vivian just jealous because Ella got that natural beauty. That night at home, two men take the twins out, and Vivian discreetly reminds Megan, who doesn't seem to like her baldy date, to pretend that she's interested. Nah, these two are escorts. Although Vivian forbids Ella from working, Ella has been secretly working at the boutique of her friend Chelsea so she can earn enough to leave Vivian. Chelsea has to listen to Ella vent about how crappy her life is when Chelsea clearly just wants Ella to work. Then Ella decides to peace out to order the dress she saw online. She hopes she'll receive it the next day so she can get dressed and go out to clear her mind. Later, when Ella gets home, she sees Vivian talking to her lucrative business partner, Roman. When Roman tells Vivian, Megan, and Morgan that he'll be throwing an exclusive event at his club the next night, Ella butts in and tells them that she wants to go too. Vivian forbids her to go, saying Ella needs to do Cinderella things at home.
Girl, please. Silly rabbit.
The next day, Ella receives the dress she ordered online from Shein and excitedly declares that she's going to the ball, regardless of whether Vivian allows her to or not. Megan destroys the dress and laughs, prompting an upset Ella to tell Chelsea what happened. Chelsea gives her a dress to wear.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo bitch.
Then she drives her to the event. At the event, Megan and Morgan spot Ella, and Megan takes a photo of her. Everyone can see how pretty Ella is, and girls get jealous. Shortly after, one of the male guests, Sergio, who is fine, thinks Ella is pretty, asks her to dance, and she accepts. Getting to know each other, Sergio shares that he's a businessman doing investments, but doesn't specify what he does exactly. Ella then shares that she wants freedom because she's tired of babysitting her stepsisters and building their influencer empire for free. At midnight, Ella exclaims she needs to leave, but not without them exchanging numbers. When Ella arrives home, Vivian, who has been waiting for her, confronts her.
I know you motherfucking lying.
Ella argues that she should not be kept prisoner in her own home, but Vivian tells her that she's the one keeping her fed. Vivian chokes and slaps Ella, who retaliates. When Ella's phone rings after receiving Sergio's text, Vivian destroys it. Fed up, Ella leaves the house. The next morning, Ella stops by a convenience store to withdraw from the ATM. Unfortunately, Vivian had her accounts frozen. As she's leaving the store, Roman drives in and spots her. She shares what happened and asks him not to return her to the Skeletor. Roman brings Ella to one of his houses, offering her a place to stay and assuring her safety. When she asks if he stays there alone, he says he does, unless his son is in town. Roman tends to Ella's wound and expresses his desire to give her the world. He buys her a new phone and tells her not to recover old numbers from her old phone, as she should start over on a clean slate. He then spoils Ella by buying everything she's been wanting to buy before, but couldn't. Girl, that man ugly. It ain't worth it. Since they've been spending a lot of time together and Roman has turned her life into a fairy tale, Ella asks him what all of it means, but Roman just tells her to get used to the lifestyle. When she asks what he truly does, Roman tells her that he's a hustler. He asks her what her dream is, and she shares that she has always dreamed of having a shoe business. After urging her to pick a space, saying he'll take care of it, he tells her he wants her and warns her never to lie to him, which makes her nervous. Later at home, Roman and Ella do the nasty, but Ella did not look like she enjoyed it one bit. While Roman falls asleep, Ella is left pondering if being smothered by a chubby man is worth all of this. The next day, Ella visits Chelsea and shows her new things.
Ella, you're stealing.
No.
Ella tells her about Roman. Although she enjoys being treated nicely, she admits feeling like something is off. She then brushes it off as self-sabotage and hopes they'll work out.
You got a brother.
Roman surprises Ella with the space he chose for her shoe business. Ella happily thanks him, But as she admires the space, Roman starts touching her, prompting her to decline since it's a public space. Roman's tone immediately switches from sweet to angry, and he tells her that he has a high libido and she should give it to him whenever he wants it. So he forcibly takes her. Mr. Hairball Chin need a die. Later, Ella sits beside Roman during his meeting about opening a club in Miami. Shortly after, Roman's son Sergio arrives with the paperwork. Ella and Sergio are both shocked upon seeing each other, but they act like they haven't met before. After the meeting, Sergio catches Ella outside and asks her if she's part of the team. She asks him why he didn't tell him who he is, and he says he just wanted to see where her head was at. He admits that he was thinking about her, and when he asks why she ghosted him, she shares that her phone broke and admits that she's been thinking about him too. When Roman appears and calls Ella, Sergio realizes that she's with his father. Girl could have had the foin Sergio, but got the Mucinex man instead. Shortly after, Roman informs Sergio and Ella that he'll go to Miami that night to secure the deal, and he'll be back the next night. He instructs Sergio to email the proposal and all the numbers and instructs Ella to help Sergio. He then promises Ella a vacation when he returns. Meanwhile, Chelsea heads to Vivian's house to confront her about the letter she received from Financial Mutual. It states that she has an undisclosed amount of money that's in danger of forfeiture if she doesn't claim it from her father's estate. She then asks how many letters have never made it to her or Ella. Chelsea reveals that she had discovered through her connections that the twins are not making as much money as she claims they're making, so they're living off Ella's inheritance. Vivian claims that she has the right to choose where to spend the money because she's the one running the Kingston estate. She also confidently reminds Chelsea that the will is lost. As Sergio and Ella work on what Roman asked them to do, Sergio tells Ella that he didn't expect her to be the type to fall for Roman. He tells her that Roman isn't who she thinks he is and reveals that Roman is a killer. When she says Roman is nice to her, Sergio tells her that he's only nice to her now, and it will change fast, as he is a liar and a manipulator. Sergio sitting on the couch like that has me feral. I would have hopped on him so fast. When Sergio points out how Roman and Vivian have been in business for a long time, and she had for sure seen men going in and out of their house, Ella realizes that they're involved in trafficking. Sergio admits that although he doesn't like what Roman does, Roman is still his dad, and he's just trying to have enough money so he can leave him. Sergio and Ella start making out. The maids catch them, and one of them, Maria, takes a photo of them. Unaware, Sergio and Ella break each other's backs. The next day, Roman returns early and catches Sergio and Ella enjoying a drink in the kitchen. After Roman angrily reminds Sergio that what's his is his, he questions Ella's loyalty, reminds her that he picked her up from the streets, and demands that she give him cerebral, to which she complies. The next day, Ella visits Chelsea, who informs her that she was able to get hold of her father's estate transfer records from her friend who works in the bank. She adds that Vivian has been spending her inheritance, and her millions are now down to $50,000. Chelsea reveals that the twins aren't Vivian's blood daughters. Vivian was married to Chelsea's father, then the twins' father, then Ella's father, and after all the men died, she pimped them out, including pimping out Chelsea at one point. Having babies just to ditty them is crazy. Ella suggests reporting Vivian, but Chelsea says Vivian is dangerously well connected and she doesn't want to die. She then gets more concerned when she learns that Ella slept with Roman's son Sergio. Then Ella confronts Vivian to claim her inheritance. Vivian reveals that she knew she was working for Chelsea. Vivian even admits that she sold Ella to Roman. After Ella leaves, Vivian tells Sergio that her plan is the only way they'll all succeed against Roman, because Roman will never let Ella go. Through their plan, Roman will be out of the way, they will split the money, and he and Ella will be together. Meanwhile, Roman apologizes to Ella and gives her a necklace. And it's not a pearl necklace this time. To confirm Vivian's claims, Ella asks if he bought her, and he admits paying to get her away from Vivian. He says he's serious about her, and he doesn't want to let her go. Later that night, while Roman is asleep, Sergio and Ella secretly meet up outside the house. Sergio informs her of the plan. Roman will be fatally shot around the time of his birthday dinner the next night. Meanwhile, Roman wakes up and asks Maria where Ella is. When Roman shares that he's doubting if his jealousy is truly justified or if his mind is just playing tricks on him, Maria shows him the photo of Ella and Sergio swapping measles. The next day, Ella tells Sergio that she has a bad feeling that Roman knows something and asks him to abandon the plan. Sergio asks her to calm down and stick to the plan. Ella takes Roman to the winery, just as Sergio instructed her to. While walking, Ella sees a goon about to shoot Roman, so she protects Roman by switching sides and blocking Roman's body. At the winery, Ella is shocked to see Vivian among the guests. After Vivian delivers her speech about loyalty, Roman delivers his speech about somebody always plotting a downfall. At the same time, Roman points a gun at Sergio, who points his gun back at him. Vivian points a gun at Roman, one goon points a gun at Vivian, and one at Sergio. Roman then points a gun at Ella's head. Someone just shoot. Vivian points her gun at Sergio, betraying him. Roman then expresses his disappointment over Sergio's betrayal, saying he built that world for him. Suddenly, cops storm in and arrest Vivian for her exploitation of minors, human trafficking, and coercion. Vivian argues that it's a lie and they won't be able to prove it, but Megan and Morgan appear. They are tired of getting used. As it turns out, Ella had convinced Megan and Morgan to work with her in ending Vivian's pimping life. Roman is also arrested for human trafficking. To rub it in her face, Megan and Morgan wave at the busted Vivian while she's struggling in the back of the police car. When Sergio asks Ella if she's ready to go on a vacation with him, Ella declines, wanting to really get to know herself first. Because of this, Sergio tells her to find him when she's ready. Soon, Chelsea helps out Ella with setting up her shoe business. But unfortunately, Roman was able to get his goons to ambush the cops to help release him. So we might unfortunately be subjected to Cinderella Part 2. Look, this Cinderella plot is so overdone. It was Bridgerton's Season 4's plotline, but Tubi had to make the ratchet version. What did you guys think of this one?
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because YouTube isn't recommending my videos. And if you would like to watch more foolishness, click here or here.